My first guest, well, think Educating Rita, think Victoria Wood and the great comic creations. Victoria's mum in Dinner Ladies, Mrs. Overall in Acorn Antiques. There's more, much more, including currently Arthur Miller's All My Sons at the National Theatre and a wonderful new film called Billy Elliot. She's one of our finest actresses. More than that, she's a national treasure. Ladies and gentlemen, Julie Walters. Do you like being called a national treasure?
Well, I feel a bit like, you know, no coach parties on Sundays and we're open from April till September.
It's a bit like that, actually.
It is.
Yeah, it's rather nice,
what does it mean?
Well, it means that you've reached that status where you're not just an actress, but you're somebody who's got great appeal to the British public.
I only asked you so you'd say
I know that. Now, let's talk a bit about this film, which I saw the last year, and I loved it, Billy Elliot. I think it's going to be...
Say that again?
Billy Elliot.
You loved it?
I did love it. I did love it. No, and I think it's going to be a huge success for you. You've just come back from America where you've been promoting it. What did they make of it there?
Oh, they seem to love it,
Great.
yeah. Oh, you know, you just do millions of interviews, one after the other. The first day I arrived, I did 26 television interviews.
Yes.
And that was in New York. After I'd run around Central Park, I did a bit of jogging in Central Park, which was it's like getting on into a marathon. You know, you feel like trying to get on a roundabout as they're running. There's millions of them. Running, you think you're going to get knocked down and trodden underfoot, you know. It's but anyway, yeah, so... But it seems to have gone down really well.
What about the part itself? I mean, the story is a lovely story. It's set in Newcastle at the time of the miners' strike. Billy Elliot is his mum's just died in a working class family. Dad's miners, out of work. And he gets this sort of impulse, passion, to become a ballet dancer.
Yeah, to become
the conflict then is between his family, the community he's in, and the teacher who teaches him ballet, which is you. Now, I mean, you're at a point in your career where and I know you are fastidious about choosing parts. I mean, what really drew you to this one?
Well, because she's a bitter, raddled old hag, really, and I love that. You know.
Interesting.
Yeah, she's interesting. She's really disappointed on just about every possible level you could be disappointed on. You know,
Yes.
her family, her daughter, her career, her job. And her relationship with him is really interesting, with the boy, with Billy Elliot, because she doesn't treat him like a child.
No.
You know, she treats him like an adult.
Yes.
And I just found that really interesting. And Stephen Daldry was going to direct it, and I'm a big fan of him.
Yes.
You know, so.
Well, it certainly works, and the relationship is interesting because, as you said, it's a very tough relationship. Well, it could be over-sentimental, if you like. It's not that at all. And it's a sort of centrepiece and the corner of his ambition.
When I saw the screening of the film the first time, and I felt sorry for that woman dancing across the floor. I know, I really did. And there were things moving up and down there I didn't even know I'd got, I tell you. No, there is not a foundation garment in existence that could deal with you know, well, with any of it, really. And yes, I felt upset when I saw it. Oh, God! Well, I mean, I'd rehearsed it for about 8 weeks. You wouldn't know. 30 seconds of dancing. It was so difficult.
Yes,
I mean, I love doing the film, but the dancing, I mean, and on the day of doing it, I cried.
Did you? Why?
I don't know. Well, I do. I'm going through the menopause. But, I saw there was some identifying lines then. I felt that. There's people doing this now. No. Yes. Yes. And the day came, and I was in the thick of it, in a manner of speaking, the menopause. And we came to do the step. Well, I couldn't remember a step. That's part of it. You just can't remember. You go into a room and you think, why have I come in here? Who am I? What am I doing? And so we started to do these steps that I had rehearsed for 8 weeks. And, well, actually, they were all wrong. And then we stopped anyway, because they had to stop for various technical things like they usually do. And we were in that great big gym, you know, big hall, so I went up to the top. Oh, God, no, I'm going to cry. I was sort of like this. Oh, it was the most embarrassing thing, because there were just like teams of technical people all standing down the other end, all the makeup artists and all the other people, and people who come in to watch the dance, you know. They were all standing there. It was dire. And and little Jamie came up and sort of put his hand on my back and patted me, as if to say, what would he know of the menopause? Little Jabby will soon.
Well, we will. We have it too, you know.
I know you go through it.
I've been through it several times. But I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? Again, because the film's got several links with your life. Because here we have the young boy in working class area whose family, in your case, mum, opposed their ambition. I mean, in your case, you want to be an actress. Your mum Didn't want that at all?
No, she didn't. Well, I was a nurse, you see.
Yeah.
God knows why. But those poor patients. But so I was doing that. My mother was very pleased with that because it was respectable and all of that. And I was only there by kind of mistake anyway, because I'd been expelled from school and I didn't want my mother to know.
Yeah.
It was in the sixth form, so it wasn't terrible.
Yes.
But they just said they didn't want me back, and they'd written this letter saying I was subversive. Well, I looked that up in the dictionary, and I wasn't actually subversive. And so I put the letter in a dustbin, and I went home and told my mother I'd reached a momentous decision. I was going to be a nurse. That was it, and she was thrilled with that, because I had been accepted. I'd been for an interview. So then, yeah, I got into nursing. And
what was that like? What memories of that? Just...
well, some happy ones. I mean, I loved sort of talking to the patients and eating their grapes and things like that. but there were several incidents that made my nursing career come to an end. One of them was an incident with an old gentleman and a midstream specimen of urine, which I won't go into, and another couple with dead people. And then I just thought, no, this is wrong. I'm in the wrong place.
And you decided to be the actress?
And I knew I'd just got to get out. I was halfway through, and everything's kind of indelibly printed with your name, and there was a sister who'd been there since she was 17 and she was 67. I thought, no, I've got to go. And then I had to get my brothers to stand in between me and my mother.
When you told her?
Yeah. She went absolutely mad, yeah. She'll be in the gutter before she's 20 and all of that, you know. She's right, I was. It was very pleasant, actually. Yeah, she's been watching too much. So what have we reared? I remember her saying that like I was a cow or something.